Lilith, mentioned in many legends and most books, is actually the first human created. God created Lilith first, followed by Adam. In some beliefs, it is said that God created both of them from clay. According to some stories, however, God mixed dirt and sediment with pure soil while creating Lilith. The discord between Adam and Lilith is widely attributed to this belief. The fact that Adam and Lilith were two independent individuals posed a significant problem for Adam. They both had equal rights and powers. Adam saw himself as the sky and Lilith as the earth, expecting obedience from Lilith. However, it was not likely for him to have control over her. When Adam tried to oppress Lilith, she resisted. Adam's attempts to establish masculine dominance throughout paradise became unbearable for Lilith, so she left him by uttering the forbidden name of God. After refusing to serve Adam, Lilith voluntarily left paradise and retreated to a cave. There, she made a pact with Satan and started bearing children from him. Upon this, Adam pleaded with God to bring Lilith back. Upon hearing Adam's complaints, God sent 3 angels named Senyoi, Sansanoi, and Semangolef to call Lilith back. These angels threatened to kill 100 of her children every day if she did not return to Adam. Lilith chose the punishment over returning. As a result, 100 of her children were killed every day. To ensure Adam wouldn't be alone, God created Eve. In doing so, he used Adam's rib bone to prevent another rebellion. Meanwhile, Lilith lived alone during this time, witnessing the death of her children every day. It is believed that this situation fueled Lilith's resentment over time and drove her to seek revenge on Adam's descendants. Lilith began to harm and kill human children in pursuit of revenge. The angels lifted the punishment they gave her, under the condition that she wouldn't harm children who carried items bearing their names or likeness. This belief portrays Lilith as a nocturnal creature who seduces men while they sleep and kills their children during or after birth. Those born with feminine traits are referred to as Lilim in this lore. Throughout history, Lilith has been seen in different versions. Goddess and queen profiles such as Ishtar, Inanna, Astarte, Isis, Rhea, Artemis, Semiramis, Venus, and Cybele are identified with Lilith. Additionally, she is also known by names like Layla, Lilibet, Liliel, Magda Mother, Queen of the Night, Red Sonja, Scarlet, and Night Angel. The pentagram, red rose, heart, stake, oak tree, red color, the numbers 5 and 50 are among Lilith's symbols. Although Lilith is often associated with Satan due to her rebellion against God, she is not Satan. She is a woman who suffered injustice and refused to submit. Symbols traditionally associated with Satan, like the pentagram, red color, and goat, are also linked with Lilith. This is why the idea that Lilith could be associated with Satan occasionally comes up. Furthermore, some stories mention that Lilith was the one who tempted Adam and Eve with the forbidden fruit. However, the most common story is that Lilith informed Satan about the fruit. Having lived in paradise with Adam before, Lilith knew that the fruits of the garden were forbidden. It is said that Lilith provided this information to Satan, who was banished from paradise for not prostrating to Adam. Satan, disguised as a serpent, then convinced Adam and Eve to eat the fruit. As a result, Adam and Eve were banished from paradise and became mortal. Lilith, having not eaten the fruit, remained immortal. The main reason behind Lilith providing this information to Satan was said to be the killing of her children. Therefore, she also harbors resentment towards the descendants of Adam. It is believed that Lilith brings harm to pregnant women, newborns, and postpartum mothers, and some even hold her responsible for their deaths. However, she is not associated with other evils attributed to Satan. The Lilith legend actually dates back to the civilizations of Mesopotamia long before monotheistic religions. In Sumerian and Babylonian mythologies, it is expressed through the wind goddess. Later, it appears in Jewish tradition, specifically in the Talmud, which is the oral and then written second part of the Torah. Kabbalah also mentions Lilith, and it is through Kabbalistic researchers that the world has come to know Lilith. Her role in history was defined for a long time as a female demon who seduced men and targeted women and children. Lilith is mentioned in many sacred books and has been the source of many legends. Although her full name may not be mentioned in some books, descriptions indicate references to Lilith. While the events described in these books vary, the common theme is that Lilith was the first woman created and she rebelled against inequality, thus leaving paradise. The first encounter with Lilith is found in the Epic of Gilgamesh, where she is portrayed as a dark figure ruling over the night. In Sumerian, Babylonian, and Persian mythologies, Lilith is depicted as a vampire-like woman. There is debate in the Old Testament's Genesis about whether the section on the creation of woman refers to Lilith. Isaiah provides information about the area where Lilith will reside. The Midrash book recounts Lilith as the first woman created alongside Adam from the earth. The Dead Sea Scrolls explicitly mention the name Lilith. Lilith appears not only in sacred texts, but also in research books, novels, biographies, and many other genres of literature. Lilith is believed to have been referred to by different names throughout history. One of these is Lamashtu, seen in Sumerian and Babylonian mythologies around 3500 BC. She is portrayed as a demonic Ifrit who kidnaps and eats babies and kills newly born women. Another version of Lilith is depicted as a dragon in Tiamat. Here, she is also portrayed as terrifying, representing chaos. Many symbols associated with Tiamat are symbols of femininity. In Greek mythology, Echidna, whose name means viper, is a beautiful woman with a snake's tail. She is also a mother. When she mates with Typhon, she gives birth to the most terrifying dogs and monsters on earth. Another version of Lilith is Lamia, a beautiful queen. She is so beautiful that Zeus falls in love with her. She has many children with Zeus, which makes Hera jealous, leading her to punish Lamia by killing her children. Unable to bear the pain, Lamia goes mad, hides in a cave, and begins to envy mothers who are luckier than her, kidnapping and eating their children raw. Over time, the legend evolves to depict her deceiving men, drinking their blood, and cutting off their genitals. In ancient Rome, female demons who sucked the blood of young men were called Lamia. There is also Medusa, with snakes for hair. She is so evil that she turns anyone who looks at her, especially men, into stone. Another woman with Lilith-like qualities is Shahmaran. Like her counterparts, she is half snake. Her name means Queen of Snakes. In Mesopotamian tales, she is described as intelligent and benevolent, with the lower half being a snake, and the upper half being a human-like creature called Maran, a supernatural being who does not age and whose spirit passes to her daughter upon death. In Turkish mythology, there is Albaz or Alkarissa, who also shares similar characteristics with Lilith and is known to haunt women and babies during childbirth. Looking at mythological stories, it's possible to encounter Lilith and many derived women. Powerful women have been vilified throughout history and have always been seen as dangerous. The strength of women has intimidated everyone else, and this fear continues. Lilith is the first example of this.